Hello students, today we are going to start chapter number 1, Natural Resources, Air, Water and Land. Okay, so here we can see a diagram 1.1 sphere of the earth, and also there are some question in the observe the picture alongside and answer the questions. In this diagram we can see that there are some animal in the air and some are in the water and some on the land. So there are some other things like we can see the road, the car, boat, clouds and birds. Now we will start with the questions. Where do we see the birds? So we can see birds in the sky. Where is the cow grazing? Cow grazing in the land. Locate the tree and the road. We can locate the tree and the road on the land. Okay. Where does the river come from? How does it flow? And where is the aeroplane? Where are the fish seen? So there are some questions in which they are describing that some of the animals are in the air and that airy body is known as atmosphere, while some are in the water like fish. So that was the hydrosphere, and the last where the cow is grazing and tree and car, that was in lithosphere. Okay, so all these three are the natural resources. Here we can see that the earth are associated with air, water and land. Air, water and land are called as the earth's atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Okay, where the constituent of the airs like dust, gases, water drops, so that was known as atmosphere, and where there are water bodies known as hydrosphere, and where the car and tree and cow grazing, that was known as lithosphere. Okay, so these living things and the parts of the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere which they occupy are together called the biosphere. The collection of all these three known as biosphere. These spheres have formed on the earth naturally. Okay, these are formed naturally. We can see this box. Air, water and land are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth and for fulfilling their basic needs. They are called natural resources. Okay, they are called natural resources. The atmosphere is the layer of air that surrounds the earth. The surface of the earth comprises water and land, that is the hydrosphere and lithosphere. Of these, the hydrosphere occupies a much larger part than the lithosphere. We can see in the diagram 1.2, there is a graph in which 29% land and 71% water. It means the hydrosphere occupies a much larger part than the lithosphere. Okay, next we also look upon these natural components in solid, liquid and gaseous form as resources. In other words, we use them to fulfill our requirements. Now the next point, what are the 5 layers of the atmosphere? So the 5 layers of the atmosphere is known as troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. Okay, in this diagram we can see that there are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. Now the point is air. The air in the atmosphere around the earth contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, six inert gases, nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide, water vapors and dust particles. So all these components air contain itself. The troposphere contains about 80% of the total mass of gases in the air, while this portion is about 19% in the stratosphere. Further, in the mesosphere and ionosphere, the proportion of the mass of gas goes on decreasing. Gases are not found in the exosphere and beyond. That means 80% of the total mass consists troposphere and 19% in the stratosphere. It means when we goes troposphere to exosphere, the mass of the gases will decreases gradually. Is that clear? Now, you can see that air is a mixture of several gases and is the chief constituent of the Earth's atmosphere. Besides these gases, air also contains water vapors and dust particles. The amount of the gases in the air is the greatest near the surface and decreases as we go higher and higher from the surface. That means when we go higher from the surface, the mass of the gases will decreases. The proportion of the constituent of air and some of their uses are given here. In this diagram, we can see that the nitrogen has 78% in the environment and oxygen 21%, argon 0.9%, other constituent of air 0.07% and carbon dioxide 0.03%. So this is the proportion of the various gases in the air. Next, some uses of gases in air. Okay, so here is the use of gases in the air. First one is nitrogen. Helps living things to build the necessary protein. It is useful in the packaging of ammonia and in airtight packaging of food stuff. Mostly in your examination they will ask that which gas is filled in the packaging of food stuff. So it is nitrogen gas. Next, oxygen. Necessary for respiration in living things and for combustion. Okay, it is necessary for respiration and also combustion. Carbon dioxide. It is used for plants for producing their food and also used in fire extinguisher. Okay, plant producing food with this gas, and also it is used for fire extinguisher. Next, argon. Argon is used in electric bulb. Okay, where it is used? It is used in electric bulb. Then helium. It is used it is used for obtaining low temperature and also for generating lift in airship. Next, neon. It is used in decorative lights and for the street lights. It is used for decorative light and also for street light. Next, krypton. Krypton is used in fluorescent tubes. Okay, it is used in fluorescent tubes. Next, xenon. Used in flash photography. Okay, it is used in flash photography. Now, always remember, the living world on the earth is sustained due to the balance between various gases and other constituent of air. The atmosphere is a very important filter. It also the light and heat of the sun to reach the earth, which is necessary for life, but it prevents the harmful elements from reaching the earth. It is in the atmosphere that fog, clouds, snow and rain are produced. Okay. So next point is, what is the similarity in these three pictures? Okay, in all these pictures we can see smoke. So in the paragraph, all the above pictures show large scale emission of smoke through different agencies. This smoke directly mixes with the atmosphere, disturbing the balance between the constituent of air. This is called air pollution. It means the smoke which directly mix with the atmosphere, disturbing the balance of constituent of air and create pollution. Harmful gases are given out through combustion of fuels in vehicles and in big industries, and also through incomplete combustion of fuels like wood and coal. As a result, air pollution is increasing day by day. So, if in exam they will ask that how is pollution created in the air, so we can say that the combustion of fuel in vehicle and in big industries, and also through incomplete combustion of fuel like wood and coal, create air pollution. Is that clear? Now some harmful substances released in air through combustion of fuel. So these substances are nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide and soot. These are the harmful substances. Next point is ozone layer, the protective shell. There is a layer of ozone gas in the lower part of stratosphere. Ozone gas is not directly useful for the survival of living thing, yet it is very important for living things to have this layer of ozone as a high altitude around the earth. The ultraviolet rays coming from the sun are very harmful for living things. The ozone gas absorbs these rays. As a result, life on earth is protected. In the diagram, we can see that the ozone layer is between troposphere and stratosphere. And what is the use of ozone layer? It will prevent us from ultraviolet rays which are coming from the sun and very harmful for us. The ozone layer is destroyed if chemical gases like carbon tetrachloride or the chlorofluorocarbons used in air conditioners and refrigerators mix with the air. Okay, so here they are saying that the gas which is used in air conditioner and refrigerators like carbon tetrachloride and chlorofluorocarbons will mix with the air and destroy the ozone layer. So we have to prevent the ozone layer from these airs. The 16th of September is celebrated as Ozone Protection Day all over the world to make everyone aware of the importance of ozone. Is that clear? Okay, next point is water. Now we will study water. Water is used, and for what purpose it is used in our house for a whole day. Record it in a chart like the one shown here. Discuss the data in the class. So we will see the chart, purpose for which water is used and amount of the water in liter. Okay, so here we will see that how much total use of water we will use for our daily purpose. You will see that it is almost impossible for us to spend even a single day without water. We need to drink 3 to 4 liters of water every day so that all our bodily functions run smoothly. Other living things also require water, although the amount of water they need may vary according to the size of their body. Thus, we see that water is very important. Okay, water is very important for survival, and we need 3 to 4 liters water every day to drink. If hydrogen gas burns in air, it combines with oxygen and water is formed. When the hydrogen gas burns in the air and it combines with the oxygen, then water is formed. We have learned about some characteristics of water in the previous standard. So here we will see this box. In this box, in nature, water occurs in three states. Water does not have color, taste or odor. Okay. Water does not have color, taste and odor. Odor means smell. Okay. There is no smell in the water. Many substances readily dissolve in water. Okay, what it means that many of the substances like salt, sugar and some other things are dissolved in the water. Therefore, water is a universal solvent. Okay, because many of the substance can easily dissolve in the water, so that's why water is a universal solvent. The blood of animals and the sap in plants contain a very high proportion of water. No living thing can survive without water. Therefore, it is said that water is life, because no living things can survive without water. That's why water is life. Observe and discuss. In this pie chart, we can see that there is a portion of sea and oceans, and the red portion for groundwater, ice and water in other forms, and the green water available for drinking. So in this chart we will fill sea and oceans have 97%, then groundwater, ice and water in the other form is 2.7%. Then water available for drinking, fresh water, is 0.3%. Then the total water is 100%. So we can't use all the water on the earth because sea water is salty. Okay, we cannot use the whole water in the world. Why? Because sea water is salty. Some water is in the frozen state. A very small quantity of water is available for drinking. Is that clear? Okay, so next point is, for which purpose is water being used? Do other living things use water like we do? So here is the answer. We use water in large quantity. Okay, in large quantity. We have learned that water on the earth is regulated through the water cycle. Okay, water regulated through the water cycle. The water vapor formed from ocean is the main source of the water in the water cycle. It gets converted into rain, creating fresh water sources on the earth. So here we can, first of all, we will know what is the water cycle through this diagram. In this diagram we can see that there is the water in the water body and then it will be evaporated. What is the meaning of evaporated? The meaning of evaporated means when the ray of sun throw on the water, it will be hot and vaporize and goes to the air, to the atmosphere, and then it will convert it into the cloud. The little drops makes a cloud, and in the rainy season it will come back with the rain, and again this process occurs. So this is known as water cycle. We get water from natural resources such as stream, rivers, pond, springs and lakes. Man also digs wells and bore wells to lift ground water. Okay, the people also digs well and bore well to lift ground water. Apart from this, man has also constructed bunds and dams of various sizes on the river. Dams of various sizes on the river. due to the uncontrolled use of water for an increasing population, industries and farming, it is now in short supply. Okay, because we are using water uncontrollable, that's why we are in the short of water supply. Water scarcity has become a serious problem. In coming days, water scarcity has become a serious problem, so we have to store water for the future. Now, always remember, use water sparingly. Second, block water, let it percolate. Third, store water wherever possible. And the fourth one, reuse water wherever possible. Remember, stored water does not become stale at once. So this is the first part of our chapter. Read this chapter and write the question answer, and we will complete second part in the next video.